This portion is brought to you by Mercury Drug, nakasisiguro gamot ay laging bago.
Today on Generation RX Plus. It's one of the most controversial substances in the athletic world. Know more about steroids, and is it good or bad for athletes in our Ask the Experts. Get ready to show off your body and let your muscles do the talking. Get into shape and into bodybuilding in the good sport. Witness the grand opening of a school like no other. Learn how to make yourself pretty in this academy. It's the launching of IAS. All these and more on Generation RX Plus.
Steroids is one of the most controversial substances in the sports world. As a matter of fact, it has been banned by various local and international committees. But why are athletes attracted to steroids? Today, we find out more. Good morning, this is your host, Dr. Cecil Katapang, and you are watching Generation RX Plus.
These are pharmacologic agents that are being used in medicine, supposedly. There are several classes, but let me just talk about the anabolic steroids. These are substances that's being used, or drugs that's being abused by athletes to enhance their performance, in the sense that you've heard of athletes before. It builds your body mass, it builds your muscle. So therefore, mas lalakas yung performance mo. What sort of athletes? Any athlete who would like to increase his performance, or who wants to attain a certain level, or to break his time record, to attain a medal, but it is cheating. That's why there is such a thing as the WADA, or the World Anti-Doping Agency, that has been established just to prevent these athletes who are doing or using these performance-enhancing drugs or steroids. Do they work? Yes, they do, because nakikita mo, di ba? You've seen some of the athletes, high-profile athletes. Lance Armstrong was a very recent one. He won the Tour de France for 7 years. Definitely, they've caught Ben Johnson, all those other athletes. There were a lot of athletes who were caught, who tested positive. And they were gold medals in the Olympics or in their respective fields during the athletic meets. But the bad effects, yes, they also have bad effects, because among bodybuilders, that's very common. They've proven that you can have such a thing as steroid rage, mainitin ang ulo. Some of them, mga pimples, or they develop also a certain look or fascia sa mukha nila, but they're all reversible. But what's really bad is they've noticed that in animal studies, sa mga laboratories, rats, those who were fed on steroids develop tumor-like growth in their liver. Are you willing to take that risk of developing tumors inside your liver that you don't know whether it can become malignant later on? The better alternative is really pay athlete education. Education as early as as kids, they should be told that it is not good. Just like the way we are educating the kids that drugs are bad. I mean, when you say drugs, the mind-altering substances are bad. And for the athletes who would like to break records, or who would like to increase their level, there's no substitute to training. Probably message of advice for the athletes who are thinking, or who are already taking, or are thinking of going to take steroids just to improve their physique, to improve their performance. Remember, there are regulating bodies, or like police, like WADA, or drug testing in the competitions, na definitely mahuhuli kayo, or you can be caught when you are taking all these substances.
We now understand the dangerous side effects of prolonged steroid use, which validates the banning of the substance by local and international sports committees. Thank you to Metacion and IB Collagen for my beauty care, Evening Primrose Oil with Fish Oil, my midlife partner, Malunggay Life Oil for giving me the pure power of Mother Nature, Personal Collection Cosmetics, buy Tupperware brand for my makeup, and we here at Generation RX Plus remind you to live well so you can play well.